crime fighters. I'm Ray the DA, and this is the latest edition of Intern News. Today with us is Lisa Cole. Lisa, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a rising senior at Sayre High School.
And how did you get involved in our internship here?
Well, I've done a lot of work with Camp Horsing Around, and at the last silent auction, you recommended that I come down to see how the office works, and you offered me an internship, and I took you up on that.
Well, you're around a lot of law students, and you're around a lot of undergrads, college undergrad students, and you're a high school student. Well, what's the value of that? Is this something that you would recommend to other
Absolutely.
high school students?
The interns are a lot older than I am, which is, well, it was a bit intimidating at first because they have a lot more experience than I do and they know a lot more than me, but they took me under their wing and they've been teaching me, and I'm treated like an adult here. I'm 16 years old and I've had the same opportunities that they have. I'm not just getting coffee and making photocopies, I'm doing meaningful work.
Good. So tell us a couple of the highlights of the internship so far for you.
Okay, well, in my first day, you assigned me to work with Carl Williams on a heroin project, and we've been working on that for a while and learning, I guess, like the demographics and why heroin has increased so much, and that was really interesting for me because it's a lot of data that, like, I guess you don't really think about it happening in Lexington until you see numbers and you see an increase, and that was big. Also, we've gone on some tours of, like, the police department. We went and saw the helicopters that they use to find criminals, and I've just gotten to see a lot of really cool things that, had I not done the internship, I wouldn't have been able to.
Well, you've been an absolute treat to have around. This is a very, very smart girl. And now, you're going to be with us during this month of June.
Yes.
But you're going to fire me here at the end of the month. And tell our viewers what you're going to be doing next month.
Well, I'm going to a leadership conference in China, which is sponsored by the Chinese government, and I'm really excited about that, but I speak no Chinese, I don't know. But I think it should be interesting, and I'm really excited for it.
Who's the most excited person besides you about you going to China?
It's definitely got to be Carl Williams.
The person with whom you're working on this whole heroin project,
yes, he's
right?
very excited. He's been looking up the cities, telling me how to pronounce it, asking me all these questions that I didn't think to even look up. So he's probably more excited than I am, honestly.
Well, Carl is a Fulbright scholar and spent 2 years in Taiwan, if you pay attention to these intern news and his interview here. So during your internship, Lisa, tell our viewers what are some of the things that are sort of highlights for you.
Well, I've gotten to go to court a lot, and that's been really exciting. Like being up front, I got to sit in the jury box, and it's comfortable.
Right.
I got to see a lot of trials that I just, even though it's open to the public, I would have never gone to, and I've really just been taken, like, everyone here takes me under their wing and teaches me, and there are no bad questions here, I guess.
That's right. You're right. There are no stupid questions. And you will have learned a lot about the American criminal justice system. And maybe when you get back from China on your leadership conference, you can come back and tell us your observations about your visit there. How long will you be there?
I think I'm there for like 10 days,
Right.
About that, maybe a bit longer. Not exactly.
Now, when do you go?
I go the 17th, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. You went to a trial yesterday.
Yes, I did.
Tell us about that.
Well, there was a man who had broken into a shed. It wasn't locked, but he went into the shed and took a weed whacker and a chainsaw. And the owner saw him and started chasing him, so he dropped the weed whacker and chainsaw, but the owner pursued following him and tackled him and waited for the police to come. So I got to see that in trial yesterday. And because he was a repeat felon, he got 8 years.
Yeah, well, and Dan Larson and Katie Webster were the superstar prosecutors,
They did
right?
a great job, yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. They'll like that. Okay, well, we'll expect Lisa to return from China and come give us a full report since she'll be gone for 10 days. And when does school start at Sayre?
August 20th, my birthday.
Oh, so that is a birthday.
Yep.
And so what we'll do is, will you promise to come back after you return from China
Absolutely.
and give us a full report?
Mhm.
So pay attention, crime fighters. We'll have part 2 of the adventures of Lisa Cole for the summer of 2013. Thanks, Lisa. You're the best.